everyone, it's Alyssa and welcome to You Can Learn Math. So today is about writing the equation of a line if you are given 2 points. For this is really important. I'm going to assume you already know all about this equation, the slope-intercept form of a line. If you don't, if when I wrote this you went, what is that? Or, what are this, the M and B? What does that mean again? Please, I'm begging you, please go to the video I've linked in the description below and watch it about the slope-intercept form of a line. It's super important that you know what it is, you know what the M and the B are, you know how this works, and you're ready to move forward. You have to know that first. Okay. Anyone who's still here, I'm assuming you know exactly what that means, the y equals mx plus b. So that's where we're starting with. So if I want to write the equation of a line, I need 2 pieces of information. I need to know the slope and I need to know the y-intercept. So if we are given 2 points, and I am just picking these out at random, so who knows what will happen? Honestly, I'm just picking those. I don't know what this is going to be. Okay, so I have 2 points. I need to know the slope. That's the first thing. And then I need to figure out the y-intercept. Slope comes first. First step is slope. So for the slope, we need to use our little formula, which is change in y over change in x. Another thing, if what I just said, change in y over change in x, doesn't mean anything, link in the description below. I've got a video on it. Please go watch that. It's important. Okay, so our y's, we've got 9 minus 3. There's our change in y on top. And our change in x's on the bottom, 5 minus 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. 5 minus 2 is 3. And 6 over 3 simplifies to 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2. All right, cool beans. Now I know my slope, my m, is 2. Okay, so now I need to know what the y-intercept is. And some people may think, like, oh, so do I need to graph this? And I need to go like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You know, do I need to go up, probably up there somewhere, and draw this out, try to figure out how do I do this? Here's how you do it. Whoa, I should not have done that. Okay, here's how you do it. Be gone, poorly drawn graph. I have this equation, right? Y equals mx plus b. Any line, I can plug things in here and it will, I'll get my equation. It will describe a line. Any line can be described using a variation of this. So I have my m. It is 2. I'm going to write 2 here. I need to know my b. But I have these 2 variables, x and y. So I can't just magically tell what b is. Oh, if only I had an x and a y that I could plug in there. Why, looky there, I have 2. You can pick either one. It does not matter. Let's pick this one, 2 and 3. So remember, 2 is our x, 3 is our y, so that's what I'm going to plug in. I am going to plug in 2 for x, and I'm going to plug in 3 for y. So 3 equals 2 times 2 is 4 plus b. To solve for b, I need to, don't go up. I swear, this whiteboard just has it in for me. It likes to just fly everywhere. All right, so I'm adding 4. The opposite of that is subtracting 4. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. b is negative 1. So if I'm going to write the formula of this line, start with y equals mx plus b. I now know my m. my m is 2. And I now know my b. My b is -1. And voila! There's the equation of this line. Just to show you that, what I said earlier, that it doesn't matter which one you used at this sort of step where we're plugging everything in, let's use the other one. That was really vague and poorly said, but, hopefully you understood me. Here's hoping. So let's go backwards to where we were in this phase right here, where I said, we're at y equals mx plus b, and we know what m is, so we shall replace it with a 2. If only we had an x and y. Why, looky, there we do. All right, let's use this x and y. I'm going to highlight it in green to be all fancy. Okay, so this x and y, 5 is our x, so I'm going to replace that with 5. Our y is 9. So 9 equals 2 times 5 is 10 plus b. To do the opposite or undo a positive 10, negative 10. 9 minus 10 is -1. Why, looky there, b is -1. Same answer. So that is our process. We need to find the slope, and then we're going to plug that slope into that y equals mx plus b along with either set of points that we were given. Pick one. Don't pick an x from one and a y from another. Pick either the first set of points or the second set of points. Now, something to note, I've seen a lot of students do this, that after they do this part where they plug the x and the y in and they solve for b, there can be some confusion about how you get your final equation after that. And this is something I've seen a lot of students do, is they're like, oh, okay, so now I know b is -1, m is 2. Okay, so let's say if I used the point 2, 3, so then my equation is I plug in 3 for y, 2 for m, 2 for x, and then -1 for b. Okay, no. This right here is just showing that 3 and 2 work in this line. When you are writing your final answer, your final equation of a line, it will have an x and or a y. It has to have at least one of them, because you can have lines that are just y equals 2 or x equals 3. For what we're doing here, it is most likely you're going to have lines with both of them. So when you're writing your final equation of a line, at that point, do not use these points. Don't do it. You want to have your y, you have your x, and then you fill in the m and b, and that, my friends, is your final answer. So I'll just do one more just to make sure everyone has this solid. So let's say here's another one. Let's say the point is 5, 3, and -4, -1. Okay, what do I need first? First, I need the slope, then I need the y-intercept. How do I find slope? Change in y over change in x. It doesn't matter which point I pull from first. Okay, 3 minus a -1 is 4. 5 minus a -4 is 9. So now I know my slope is 4 over 9. Now I need to know my b. Okay, so y equals mx plus b. I'm going to fill in my m, and I'm going to pick one of these points and fill in the x and the y. I'm going to pick the first one. So y is 3 equals, sorry, I was just thinking of something there. 4/9, basically questioning why did I pick this randomly and make it so hard on myself. But anyway, it's done, isn't it? Yep. So I plug in the 5 for x, the 3 for y, the 4/9 for m, and my B stands alone, like in The Farmer in the Dell. Wow, that's an old reference. 4/9 times 5 is 20/9 plus B. Again, why didn't I think this through clearly and pick some points that would make something nice and pretty? I don't know. I'm going to subtract 20/9 from both sides. 20/9 is also the same as, or negative, in this case, we're subtracting 2 and 2/9. So when we subtract that from 3, we get 7/9. So B is 7/9. Again, when we do our final equation, we're going to leave the y and the x. No more plugging in of those points. The y and the x come back. The only things to plug in are the m and the b. In this case, our m is 4/9 and our b is 7/9. And that is our equation of this line. If you have any questions on this or suggestions for upcoming videos, something you'd like to see, please leave them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed that today. If it was helpful, useful in any way, please like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.